Tuesday night football at the New Bucks Head, and the Bucks have drawn 1-1 with Guiseley in the National League North this evening, and I've manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, is that a point gained or is that 2 drops? Any particular view?
No, yeah, you can look at it both ways, can't you? I think you've always got to try and be positive and look at it as a point gained. Of course, at home you want to take 3 points, but when you've got Guiseley, clearly, battling for points now and making life very difficult. It's a game in hand that we had, and it's an extra point takes us up a place. So it's you've got to see it as a positive.
Sure. Okay. I mean, is that going to be something that the team are going to sort of like have to learn to combat now? This is a difficult place to come now, isn't it? And teams are perhaps going to set up to be difficult. Yeah,
it started earlier on in the season, didn't it? When we realised that teams were they'd recognised that we were a better team than they would have imagined at the start of the season and from previous seasons, and they started setting up and changing the formation and changing personnel, and it's something we've been combating for months, so it's nothing new to us. But I thought we completely dominated the first half, and maybe the last 5 minutes the tempo went off a little bit, but we dominated the first half. Thought we were really impressive in possession, and then we just got dragged into a battle, didn't we? Second half, they're very direct. They play that long game with that long throw. Nothing really played through the mid phase, and it was not a great spectacle, was it?
No, for the spectators, no, certainly. You got the fast start you're after, and got a goal after 11 minutes, and like you say, was that failure to get a second goal disappointing?
Yeah, of course. We were really driving for that, weren't we? We were really pushing for that first half, and again, like I said, we were completely dominant. I thought first half, and we had a few chances, and we had a lot of possession, and completely dominated the game. But that's what teams are going to do now. Arguably, I think guys had some great chances second half, and football, for me, football's the winner first half, but second half not so much. They're very direct, and very lots of battling qualities, but not great for the spectators to watch. But ultimately they get the better chances second half, and we have to deal with that. But again, for me, second half football's a loser.
Yeah, sure. They came out, as I say, a lot faster in the second half, didn't they? That sort of like take you by surprise a bit, or?
No, not at all. I think you always expect that, don't you? The team away from home, they've got nothing to lose. They've been completely dominated. They're 1-0 down. They've got nothing to lose. And what they did, they come here to get a draw. I don't want to be disrespectful, because they're down there. They've got to be fighting. They've got to be working hard. And what they've done tonight, they've done really well. They've played very direct. Whether it's from back to front or the throw-in, and sometimes needs must. And that's what they've had to do, and they've come here and got a draw, and arguably had the better chances second half. So again, like I say, it's hard, because obviously I'm trying to drum a style of football, and I'm trying to say that that's the best style of football, but ultimately the ugly side sort of prevailed tonight, which is disappointing. But we have to look more at ourselves. Credit to them for coming and battling for a point, which is what I think they set out to do. But from ourselves, we need to recognise when to be expansive and when to play through lines, and I didn't think we did that. That's unlike us. It's that's why I ended up throwing Macca on to play 2 10s, because I wanted to really make it apparent that we needed to shorten our game up. But we didn't. We went from the defensive phase into the attacking phase too quickly, too often, too soon, and we needed to shorten our game up. So I've just thrown the gauntlet down for the players, that they need to recognise that. They need to. It can't just keep coming from the sideline. It's got to come from them. So that's the challenge, and we look forward to going into doing that against Stockport on Saturday.
Yeah, sure. I mean, because Stockport, people will be eyeing that as a big game. I think they're second in the table. We'll ask if you've got any particular plans for them, because I'm sure that you have. But it's one to look forward to, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're, obviously coming on strong this season, and we're excited. It's a great place to go to. It's one of the ones that you look out for when the fixture list comes out, and great environment. But if you're an aspiring footballer or a manager like me, to pit my wits against someone like Jim Gannon, who's obviously been there, seen it and done it, it's the only place you want to be. So I can't wait, and I know the players can't wait. So just laid down the gauntlet and just said to him, look, you've got to drive it. You've got to get back to just being a bit tidier in possession, and just getting back to the way they were first half. The way they were first half, which was completely dominant, playing with courage, playing with freedom. And that's what I want them to do. I want them to play with courage and freedom, and understand that they're not going to get every cross right, every shot's not going to hit the target, but they aspire to do so. So it's all about reaction for me now.
Sure. I know you like to mention the supporters as well. I think it was noticeable when Guiseley's equaliser went in, that the fans behind the goal, there was a lot of noise, wasn't there? They were trying to encourage you on, and that's what you've been asking for, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why, you know, I always give them a special mention. Those guys, you know, not just the guys behind the goal are obviously magnificent and they're so vocal, but everyone, you know, even people around the dugout and on the opposite side, people are staying behind to clap us off the pitch. And, you know, I think it shows how far we've come. I think we would have absolutely, you know, taken someone's arm off to get a point this time last year. So for us to be disappointed, even though we've dominated the first half, and for us to be disappointed that we got dragged into a battle and ended up drawing the game 1-1, and we're fourth in the league. Yeah, it shows how far we've come, doesn't it? You know, it's almost laughable. Like, you know, we're laughing about it now. You know, we've come so far in such a short space of time. But, you know, we want to continue this now. We want to drive this forward, and, you know, we're fourth in the league, quarter-finals of the FA Trophy. I don't think there'd be many that could have imagined that, you know, this time at the start of the season.
That's great. Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks for your time, Gavin.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers.
Top man.
Thank you.
Good time.